issues are important to you that have not been discussed? If you could elaborate.
I think it's just the fact of the money that is being spent. We talk about we need to save dollars here, we need to save dollars there, but it seems that just like for Mr. Groove, if we're going to go back to that, that was $12,000. He erased it in the paper, unbudgeted money for this individual. It's just the fact that money's being spent on projects that seem important to the board, and other ones are just getting pushed aside, and I just don't feel that's fair.
I think we covered just about everything that's here. I'd like to be supervisor again because I miss knowing exactly what's going on. I spent 4 years as supervisor in the past and was amazed at all the things that was going on in our county, and I'd like to be supervisor again so that I can know what's going on and for my vote to count. I don't think talking in the coffee shop or on the telephone with friends is going to make any decisions. I repeat, I'd like to have my vote count.
I think the one thing that we didn't hit hard enough on is the infrastructure, the road infrastructure. I drive gravel roads every day, and I look at the heavy equipment going over it every day, and I look at the disrepair of these roads. And I've lived in my particular place for 15 years, traveled back and forth from Mount Vernon to take care of elderly parents, and never encountered the experience I did last year. And so my really goal is to build the infrastructure to get our roads back into shape and really look at how we can do it. And even if we don't have the money, I believe we should be searching ways to do it and to take it one step at a time and just start and get it accomplished.
I agree that we need to be working on trying to rebuild the infrastructure. None of the projects that the county has been working on come out of road funding. I've heard that all that money can be spent on roads. The road funding comes from the rural tax base. It comes from the 1-cent sales tax. It comes from, we transferred $115,000 in this year from the hotel motel tax money and the state road use tax. But none of the money that has been spent on any other project could have been used for the roads. Earlier this week in a forum, I heard a statement that more gravel was put on last year than was this year after the bad winter. That was not a correct statement. The individual that made the statement, I don't think intended to misrepresent. What had happened was they had inquired about the contract gravel, and this year we did put on less contract gravel. And part of the reason we did that was because I had asked the engineer to check to see if it would be cheaper to haul the gravel ourselves for any of the townships, and it turned out that we could do that. We were able to do 3 townships on our own, and the gravel contract this year did not include any of the money for our stockpile. We have stockpiled in February, we stockpiled in March, we stockpiled again in May. We have 2 more stockpiles that we put on, and we got another one coming. So we need to continue to work on that. I appreciate the support that I've had through the years. I've enjoyed working with the people of the county and the county employees, and I look forward and hope I'm able to do it again. And again, thank you to the newspaper for holding this forum and for you people.
There are a lot of things that a supervisor does that, first of all, you don't know about until you're there. Somewhere along the line, some people got the idea that being a supervisor is 3 hours on Friday and ask where your paycheck's at. And we wish that were true, I think, sometimes, but it's not. Like I said earlier, I love every minute of being a supervisor. I think it's a very diverse job. And there are a lot of things that are very important to the county just don't even know what you're talking about. You'll hear from me. So, my wife would be the first to tell you that I answered emails when we were on vacation. I answered emails from a cruise ship last, I think to share it. I answered from a cruise ship off the coast of Mexico. Because I think it's important that people know we do care and that, you know, we are there for them and we do work for you. And I'm way past 30 seconds. Okay. So anyway, I appreciate this chance to talk with you. I know most of you out here, but anytime you have a question, feel free to contact the supervisor because they will listen.
Thank you very much. Well, that concludes our forum for this evening. I want to thank the candidates for taking their time, their graciousness and cooperation. I think we're out of time for that. I want to thank everybody else for coming out tonight. I appreciate taking the time to show up and listen to what they have to say. Drive safe and have a good night.
Phenomena. Phenomena.